My last topic question is around artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Because as we've been seeing the past decade and beyond, such a exponentially evolving industry and technology, and what we've been talking today about the possibility of consciousness being fundamental, about me just kind of glibly postulating that your daughter could be a humanoid robot earlier, to thinking that we're not too far off.
No, I don't think we are.
To the reality of something that, I mean, we can already get there where things just seem conscious out of an artificial structure intelligence that we made. So as you see the advent of AGI, like what are your general thoughts around consciousness, it being fundamental, how we relate to it? Could it suffer? I mean, if it's fundamental, it could, and all the ethical and tangents that come from this.
Yeah. I don't think about this as much as you would think I would. I do.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason is because I think so much about the possibility that consciousness is fundamental. No system is kind of intrinsically more interesting to me than any other. And so I'm already in the world of wondering, are plants sensing the direction of light? Is there a felt experience associated with that? And so I'm kind of already asking that AI question about everything in the universe, right? I'm wondering if it's possible that every single thing we perceive, everything that, is matter, that is where we interact with, that is the physical world, is actually a representation of conscious experiences at bottom. So in some sense, that makes AI not as interesting as if you believe that only mammals and humans are conscious, and we might be creating the next conscious thing. However, I think there's something applicable. So if we start to somehow understand or discover that consciousness goes deeper in nature and possibly fundamental, I think there's clearly I think whether or not, but especially if it's fundamental, there's clearly this correlation between the physical structure that we can observe and the conscious experiences that gives rise to, or that are, intrinsic to it. AI systems are so different from the human brain in terms of the matter and what they're made of and how they're created and designed. I mean, on almost every level. There's no DNA there. There's no, it's like the physical structure itself is so different that I would expect, if there's a conscious experience there, because consciousness is fundamental, for it to be completely different from a human experience. So I would expect that my experience is more similar to an ant or maybe even a rose bush than it would be to an AI whose behavior, the output, looks very similar to mine. But because it's created because the matter is so different, we couldn't even begin to imagine what that experience is like. And so I think about it, in slightly different terms than other people do. But the things I wonder about are, how will we know if they're suffering? How can we be less confused about behavior mapping onto experience? That seems like a good yardstick now.